we say hi, James, when we recess?
Okay, it's recording.
Yes.
All right, I'm Michael Glenn. I'm here to give you an informative speech. And my informative speech today is going to be over shotgun chokes. We're going to pan around the room real quick for you so you'll know that there's 10 people here.
A smile for the camera, guys.
Plus my grandbaby.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to start off by telling you, back in the older days, shotguns, what they had is what they called a fixed choke. Usually when you buy an over and under, or if you buy a double barrel shotgun, which they come with 2 barrels side by side, an over under is a shotgun that has one on top and one on bottom. They usually come with a fixed choke. Your top choke is usually your modified choke. And that's the reason is when you first shoot, you're going to be shooting your closest bird. The next time that you shoot, usually on the bottom of your barrel, you're going to have improved modified, or you're going to have a full choke. But that's on the older guns, and that's on the fixed guns. Nowadays, it's more modified, and we have chokes. So I'm going to give you some information, inform you on chokes and the different patterns and what they're used for. When you shoot a shotgun, if anybody hasn't shot one, when you shoot one, just say if you have a pattern about 30 or 40 yards out, when you shoot it, depends on what choke you have in your gun, if you don't even have a choke. But if you shoot it, it's going to send out a pattern. The further that it goes out, your pattern is going to get wider and wider and wider, and eventually it's going to get so far out and so wide that you're not going to hit your target. Or, in some cases, even though you hit your target, like a lot of us know because we like to hunt, you just end up wounding whatever you're shooting. So, nowadays they come up with what they call chokes. They have cylinder chokes, they have modified chokes, they have improved modified chokes, and they have full chokes. What are you doing, buddy? So the first one I'm going to go over is I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to go down to the bottom. Your cylinder choke. It is not really a choke at all. It's more or less when you buy a gun and it's what you want, you'll get a cylinder choke in it, and it's fixed. It doesn't even really change your pattern on, but I don't know why they call it a cylinder choke. It's got a wide spread and it's mainly used for close range. Okay. Now our next one is going to be your modified choke. Your modified choke is, the diameter of your modified choke is 0.0220 of an inch. Changes the diameter of the end of your barrel to that diameter. So therefore when you shoot, your pellets are going to stay a little bit tighter at a little bit further range. Mainly what those are used for, it depends on what you're hunting. Usually dove, quail, and stuff like that. I like to use a modified. That's my favorite one I like to use. I think it's what most of us use. And then you have your improved modified choke, which is, it's just 1/10 of a diameter smaller, and it goes in there and it does the same thing. If you stick a pattern down there, usually up to 25 to 40 yards, and you shoot a pattern, your pattern is usually going to be about that big at 20 or 30 feet. And then the further it goes out, it's going to get wider. Alright. Then you're going to go to your full choke. Full choke, your diameter is 0.035 of an inch, and it holds a real tight pattern. Mainly what a full choke is for long distance shooting, when you're shooting at higher range or longer distant birds or anything else that you're shooting, especially if you're shooting, when you're shooting ducks, geese, waterfowl and stuff like that is the most commonly choke that you'd want to use, because they're a lot bigger of a bird, they hold a lot tighter pattern, and it takes a lot more to hit them and knock them down. So I was going to draw some diagrams actually, but I forgot. But pretty much to show you what I think would be the difference between when you use a modified choke, your pattern at about 30 or 40 yards is going to be about this big around, and you're only going to have a few pellets or BBs that are going to be in there. And then when you go to a modified, you're going to shrink your pattern down a little bit, but you're also going to have more BBs in there. So you're going to have a lot more BBs. And when you get to a full choke, usually at about 40 yards, your pellets are about that grouped. All right, hope you enjoyed my speech. That's it. Time. How long was that?
For
About 5 minutes. And then we got,
All right, later, have fun.
Good.
Still here.